What is going on, guys? So as you can tell here, it's gonna be some gameplay of recent Hardpoint game I did. I actually did pretty trash, not gonna lie, but hey, it is what it is. As you can tell, I had my game face on. I was ready, just woke up, first game of the day, and I got absolutely dumpstered. But anyways, you didn't come to hear about me or how good I did in my games. You came to hear about the pros and cons of the Call of Duty Cold War multiplayer. Now, I'm gonna start it off with the pros, actually. So to me, some of the pros I feel like is gonna be game flow, and what I mean by that is just how well. Granted, I've only played the multiplayer so far. I've only played the Hardpoint so far. I've really enjoyed it, but this seems like the flow of it, the spawns, how the Hardpoint rotates and stuff like that, flows really nicely in all the maps. They seem to play like how a map should. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there's always like action. You don't have to run 30 miles. It just runs really, really well. Another pro that I really like is kind of like the movement of the game. I never played the beta, so I kind of came into this without knowing anything. I watched a few YouTube videos before getting it, but I really like the movement style. It's definitely a switch up, which I think I kind of needed. I personally was not the biggest fan of Modern Warfare, which I know is different from what a lot of people think. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be another pro about this game. Another pro that I really like about this, as weird as it sounds, is gonna be the health bar that they added. This just kind of gives it an extra feel that I think this game kind of it should have been an option to put on a health bar a long time ago, in my opinion. That way, you know, if someone's one-shot, weak, all that stuff. Granted, it kind of defeats some of the purpose of that, not knowing if he's weak, so you don't know if you should challenge and stuff. But I really like the add-on of the health bar on top of the players. For our next one, on one of the pros of this Call of Duty, this kind of collides with Zombies too, but it's the networking and progression system. And what I mean by that is, so far this game, networking, like playing with, I personally play it on the computer. I definitely have friends who play on PS4 and Xbox One. They're both switching soon to a new console, I think. And trying to add them over just like the networking system, super easy, super fast, no issues at all whatsoever. Very guided, or not self-guided, very understandable, I guess, on how to do it. This one, and then the next one that I was talking about is the progression system. This kind of collides with the Zombies, but I really like how it's the same level for both the multiplayer and Zombies. That way, because I personally play both of them a lot, and I really enjoy that because then I kind of can keep both my progresses the same, so it doesn't matter if I'm trying to balance them out or anything. I know that it'll all be going to the same level. Alright, so that's gonna be all the pros. Overall, for the pros, really good game. I like the flow, play style. All the maps are pretty good. I guess we could throw that in. Majority of maps are pretty good. Really like that the voting system is back. But without any further ado, let's get into these negatives, or cons. So, in my opinion, the number one con about this game so far, which I know they're going to be fixing, is the MP5. This gun is just insane. I haven't used that at all because I've just been going for the dark matter camo. but literally you can check the kill feed this whole game. It's gonna be M16 or MP5, and they're just overpowered. Granted, there's some that I know Cold War is gonna fix, because Treyarch always tries to find a perfect balance between all their guns. But at the current release moment, that's just some that is a little OP and a con about the game. Another one for the cons that is kind of growing on me, but right now I'm going to keep it there, is the whole score streaks. And what I mean by that isn't like how good the score streaks are or anything like that, it's how you get them. So in previous Call of Duties we've always had it where you have 1 life, and if it's a score streak you have to get like 400 score and that life to get a supply plane or a UAV. Now they've upped it to where you have to get 1,000 points, but you can continue it over death. So let's say I die 3 times, it won't matter on taking away my progress. As long as I get that 1,000 points, I'm guaranteed to get that spy plane. So it kind of makes it more interesting because you can actually throw on some of these super high kill streaks or score streaks that you would never normally do. But I think it's also kind of not great for that reason, because you can get these things, just feel like you're truly earning them in some aspects, and that is going to be one of the cons for me in the score streaks. Another con I have is going to be skill-based matchmaking. I'm not for sure. I think 80% sure, 80 to 90% sure that it is in this game. Normally I wouldn't mind it, but for pubs I normally just go in, try to get camos and stuff, and do different things. So for me, it's either hit or miss if I'm doing good. Granted, that's kind of how it's supposed to be, but like for right now, just because I'm starting to learn the game, I start with the assault rifles because they're going to be super easy to use. But I know when it comes to starting to use the snipers, LMGs, those weirder type guns, that I'm just going to get wrecked. So that's something I kind of don't really like, because I know it's going to happen eventually. And then my last and final con, which I'm assuming they're eventually going to put in, but it's a competitive game mode / ranking system. I've always grew up on COD, playing the competitive side was always sweet, seeing how far we can get on the leaderboard and stuff like that. And that is one of the things that I think is a little unfortunate. I guess they're probably going to add it later, they're just perfecting it. And yeah, that is going to be my pros and cons of this new Call of Duty Cold War. I want to know what you guys personally think of it so far. I really enjoyed the game. Granted, it's only been the first few days, but I'm really enjoying it. Multiplayer is awesome. Yeah, I'll see you faces in the next one. Peace.